welcome to my channel. My name is Ayana. I'm a licensed massage therapist. I own a spa here in Florida, and I'm here to talk about the 5 things I wish I knew before getting into massage therapy. Alright, so I'm going to start with a topic that we all love to talk about. I especially love to talk about, and that is money. So number 1, when you first get into this career, you do not make as much money as you might think that you'll make. And of course, this depends on a lot of different factors. So what location you're in and what's the demand for massage and body work and your experience level. But I'm just gonna be 100% honest. When I got out of school, I started at $14 to $15 an hour. And to some people, that's a lot of money. To me, no, it's not. At this point, it's not. I mean, at first, coming from working from, minimum wage jobs before that, that was a huge jump. That was, in a way, doubling my income, but not really, because you have to think about it like this. You're a massage therapist, but you're not going to be working 40 hours a week like a typical job. You might even start off, especially if you don't have any clientele, 5 hours a week, maybe 10 hours a week. It just depends. So when I first got my first job, it was at a spa, a high demanding spa, and I didn't have any clientele. So I would have to report to work, but I might have 1 hour of work that whole day, but I have to be there for 5 hours. Different places will have different rules, but in the beginning, I did not make as much as I thought I was going to, because it is the type of business where you have to build trust with people and build a clientele and a reputation. Number 2, massage therapy hurts. My job hurts. That's something I did not fully expect when I got into massage therapy. After doing my first real week, after school, I was so sore. I had to put my forearms in a bucket, like a large tub of ice, because that's how sore I was. On top of that, in massage therapy school, I suffered an injury that never healed properly, never got the proper attention it needed to my wrist, and it still isn't properly healed. So it hurts. I mean, you're applying pressure to people, you're contorted in all different types of ways, you're bending over, you really gotta watch your posture. It takes a lot of strength to do massage, especially if you're doing sports massage or you're doing a type of massage that requires more effort on your part. I've cried after some shifts because of the type of pain that I'd experienced. Sometimes it turns into nerve pain. I've seen people get nerve damage, carpal tunnel. There's ways to prevent that, of course, but expect to be sore after your first week working as a massage therapist. On to the 3rd thing that I wish I would have knew before getting into massage therapy. Massage therapy, this field, it requires personal skills, people skills, empathy, compassion, really talking to people, understanding people. When I was in school, they taught us to not get too personal with the client. If the client talks to you, always bring it back to the massage. Never be too chatty with your client, of course. Let them just relax. But that's not always realistic. Some people will form a bond with you, and because it's such a, it's a very unique field where people will, tell you sometimes their whole life story, tell you really personal things, and you have to handle that with care, and you have to handle that with empathy, and really be respectful to what they're saying to you. Maybe some people might tell you their political views or views that you do not agree with. And in those situations, it's better to just really just keep it professional, bring it back to healing. In this field, I've learned to not be super duper professional to where I'm not considering that this person is sharing things with me that I have to handle with care. Especially when I started doing home visits, which is the majority of what my company does is home visits. And so in that, we really have to have people skills, because you're in someone's house, like you're seeing their life, you're seeing their spouses, their children, their pets. And so I really learned how to show my personality more, because people like that. People like when you're able to not only do the service that they want you to do and help them, but you're able to connect and relate to them. So in school, they're gonna teach you, don't interact with the client too much, but I wouldn't listen to that too much. You just really have to know your boundaries with that, but also understand when someone just wants to relax and doesn't want to talk. Number 4, the 4th thing I wish I would have known before getting into massage therapy is that I would have to have limits and boundaries. And that can mean a lot of different things. I didn't know that I would need a limit of how much I work because of the things we talked about before. Like, it's physically demanding, and it's very physically demanding. So before, when I first started, I was doing 7 hours of massage a day. Really let that sink in. 7 hours. That's a lot of hours of massage. It's not like sitting at a desk. I had no business working 7 hours a day when I first started. I was doing about almost 37 hours a week, and I knew some other therapists who would do more when I worked at a spa. You need to know your limits of how much you're gonna work a day. Even know your limits of, like, how do you want to handle cancels? Is it okay if someone cancels the same day and you don't get paid for it? Is it okay if a client shows up late? Are you giving them all of their time? Let's talk about it. Are you giving them all their time? Or are you cutting their time short and saying, we'll see what we can fit in with this time because they were late to your appointment? So you just have to know what your boundaries are, what your limits are, how much you're gonna work, all that stuff. I didn't know I would need to do that when I was in massage school. I had no idea. The 5th thing that I wish I would have known before getting into massage therapy is that I would have to prioritize self-care and exercise. Self-care and exercise is so important when it comes to this field. That's the only way you're gonna last. You will not make it if you're not making time for yourself. I almost got burnt out when I was working those 7 hours a day and I wasn't getting massage. I'd be sore. My mental health wasn't in the right place. Like, it was very stressful. Something I did notice is that when I started a workout routine, like I would go to the gym 5 days a week, I'd be sore from the workout and feel really good about the workout, but I wouldn't be sore from massage. So the more I worked out, the more I could handle the strenuous nature of massage. When you're doing massage, you're doing a lot of lunging, you're doing a lot of squatting, you're doing a lot of bending over and twisting at the hips and all this other stuff. Even in massage school, we did do yoga, and now I understand why they incorporated yoga into our whole curriculum. So doing some type of self-care is gonna help with your burnout. It's gonna help keep you motivated. It's gonna remind you why you're in it to begin with. So we really need to practice what we preach when we're telling our clients, how often they need to be getting massages and taking care of themselves. We need to be doing the same things. So that is the 5th thing that I wish I would have known, is how much I needed to contribute to my own self-care and my own wellness. Okay, so I just talked about 5 things that I wish that I would have known about massage therapy. And honestly, I think we're having a good time. We can throw in a 6th one because there is another one I thought about. The 6th thing that I wish I would have known about massage therapy is how many niches there are, how many different fields there are in massage therapy. When I first started, I was mostly interested in Swedish relaxation massage. Like, I was the relaxation person. Like, if you wanted to relax, you come to me. And then I grew an interest in prenatal massage. I was really interested in helping women and just really fascinated by prenatal, like really loved it. And what I really learned that I loved is lymphatic drainage massage, helping people recover from cosmetic surgery. People who don't know me, they don't know that I love cosmetic surgery. Everything in that field, I'm very fascinated by. I feel like I'm the perfect person to do it. Not only am I skilled in it and I learned a lot about it, but I'm passionate about it, and I'm non-judgmental when it comes to people changing their bodies and needing someone to take care of them afterwards. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you learned something new, if you enjoyed it, even if I made you smile, I don't know, like and subscribe, because I'm going to be posting more specifically about post-op lymphatic drainage massage, but also talking about massage therapy topics and giving some tutorials. So subscribe for all that stuff, and I will see you in the next video.